on this side. Huh? Okay. Yesterday we have gone through federalism altogether. So can you tell what is federalism? Homework complete किया? और नहीं पूछने का? बाहर खड़ा करके homework कराने का क्या? How many questions I gave? See, daily if you are studying, then last moment it is not a difficulty. Otherwise, no. Keeping it pending, it will be very difficult. Huh? So don't keep it pending daily. Now this time is a very precious time. Afterwards, once the school starts, you may not be able to do everything. Hey, one, no. Not to avoid that talking and playing. I have told you to come, but he came. This side only you sit. What is federalism?
It's a type of government where the power is distributed. Like in India, for example, like we have the organs of the government, like the executive, judiciary, and the legislature.
So that is not a federalism. We have seen organs of the government is horizontally distributed. We have seen, but there is a vertical distribution of power. Central government, state government, and the local government. So that is called the federalism. Understood? Federal setup is that there are two or more layers of government, and each layer is independent. State government is having its own government, isn't it? So, but there is a connection between the state government and the central government. So it is not completely apart. That kind of division of power is called a federalism. See, what is that? This way, when the power is distributed, it is called a federal system or federal setup. Got it? Now, just opposite to that, there is a system. What is it called? A unitary government. You just open your mouth and tell something, no? Why? All of you are very, very sad, like morning में उठना पड़ा और class में आना पड़ा. That is why, no? You want to sleep? Of course, I also want to sleep. I used to get up late because my timing was 12 o'clock. So little late. So morning coming means for me also it is a problem. Morning में खाना बनाने का ये सब करके आने का. So that is why I don't follow. She's very, very sleepy. What time you are going to bed?
11.
alone that day. That much time you would study. Yeah? What happened? What? Huh? Anything happened? No, something is there. Huh? What happened here? Huh? Yeah. You're not well. You're not feeling well. No. Not feeling well. Come. No. Slow down. Come. Come.
I think it's actually better.
Come on. Come on.
It's not necessarily क्या होता नहीं है.
नहीं उसका यार आ नहीं था कुछ वो बता रही थी फिर उसने वो मेरा कुछ जानकर इसलिए का इसलिए वो नीचे आता था रो रही थी तो मैंने पूछा क्यों रो रही है
वो तो आता है. It's this not. मैं बोल रही थी तू नशे करके आई है क्या?
भाई मैंने कल देखा मेरे बैग में 2 पीसे में पड़े थे लिखा उसमें निकल गई कैसा
You think? No
She
idea.
didn't tell her. She was just like she was not well. She
Ah.
didn't tell us the whole story. She's like she was
You're
not
like
well, but
a
she's crying for some other reason. It's not the reason that she's not well.
Okay. Something is
She's
there.
fine. Like
Ah.
she's not sick.
Uh-huh.
Go back.
Some problem. Okay. Personal. Let us see. No. That is why I just handed over to madam. Yes. What we were saying, federalism is a system in which the power is distributed between different layers. Layers or tiers, you can say. Okay. See, two type of tires are TYRES also there. So here tire is different. This is layer. Okay, layers of government. Just opposite to federalism, there is unitary government. Unitary government means there is only one government which handles everything. That government is called a unitary. Everywhere that unitary type is not existing, most of the countries' federal system is existing. Because the smaller unit is the part of the higher unit. Clear? Yes, any doubt is there? No. Single government, that is the one government is carrying out the whole administration, that is called a unitary government. Then you can get the difference between unitary and a federal government. What are the features of distinguishing features of unitary and a federal government? Can you tell? Just now I told what is unitary government, what is federal government. So can you tell what are the difference between
So in the
unitary?
federal system, there are different tiers of
Ah.
government and unitary. There is a single
Ah.
single government,
Ah.
or there is another level, but it is subordinate to the central government. That means it can't make its own decisions. It has to make decisions based on the central government.
Yes. Okay. Got it? Then Now let us move to the next part. What are the key features? So mostly it used to be asked what are the features of federalism or what are the key features of federalism. There are 7 features of federalism. What are the features? First feature, as we just now see, what is the first feature? Tell me. Just now we have discussed what is that first feature. There is 2 or more levels of government. Okay, 2 or more tiers of government. Okay. Yes. This levels, this aspect, the spelling is TIER. Already I have told. Second, different levels of government which govern the same citizen, but each level has its own jurisdiction in specific matters of legislation, taxation, and administration. So you tell who can tell that point? Try out. You try. What is the second point? Different levels of government govern the same citizens. What is the meaning? See, we are under that Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation. Okay. We are also under the Maharashtra state government. We are also under the national government. So they govern the same citizen. Did you understand? But there are certain matters, specific matters, this each government make laws. For example, what laws that NMMC is making is different from the laws which are made by the state government. Clear? So there are specific matters each government is taking the laws or taking the decisions. Got it? Underline that point. First point, there are 2 or more layers of government or tiers of government. Second, each layer or each tier administer the same citizen, but they have powers to administer in certain matters of taxation and legislation. Clear? See, प्रॉपर्टी का बिल एनएमएमसी को हमें पे करता है, whereas electricity bill we pay to state government. Understood the difference? Water bill or property bill we pay to whom? NMMC. But we pay the electricity bill to whom? State government. We pay the income tax to the central government. So different areas of different divisions of taxation, legislation, etc. Clear? Second point. Have you written or that have you marked? Third point. The existence and authority of each level of government is constitutionally guaranteed. Have you seen that page? That second page of that page number 25. Top key features. Got it? Yes. 1, 2, 3, like that. First point we have seen. Okay. So 2 features, you got it. Now the third is that the existence of each government is constitutionally guaranteed. Who created that each institution? Constitution only created this institution. They themselves cannot create and they themselves cannot move away from it. So constitution created this institution. Clear? Third point. Now the fourth point, the fundamental provisions of the constitution cannot be unilaterally changed. See, constitutional amendment, who can make a parliament? Parliament. Now there are certain areas, if changes are to be made,
You can't make it by yourself.
Yeah.
Central government.
See, central government plus some of the state government have to agree upon. Okay, are you fine? Have you signed? So that central government, when they are amending means making changes in the constitution, some of the state government also have to agree upon. Understood? That is, law changes can be made in the constitution by the support, so agreement of the state government. We have seen Article 370 of the Constitution have been changed, and that Jammu and Kashmir is divided into union territories. For that purpose, at least this much percentage of the state government have to agree upon. But that much agreement was not there. Still, the constitution have been amended by telling some kind of excuses. Okay, whatever is there, we are not going into the political discussion. So, Article 370 was created for some special states. That is also coming. That is why I am discussing that. That is, some states are strategically important. They need their own administration to take decisions fast. For example, Jammu and Kashmir is such a state. Every time terrorist attack and other kind of dangers are there. Now only it is made. That is why Article 370 is removed and it is made into 2 union territories. Okay. That is Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Okay.
So now how many union territories?
9 union territories. Earlier 7 were there. 9 union territories and 29 की जगह 28 आ गया. 28 states and 9 union territories. Okay. Any more? You come in the middle. No support is required. Here that I used to tell you, sit this way only. Don't take the support of wall. बहुत ज्यादा सपोर्ट देगा तो ना तो वही सोचेगा तो ना हम हट जाएगा, है नहीं है? Okay, so unilaterally changes cannot be made. The next point is that courts have a power to interpret the constitution. What is the meaning of this interpreting the constitution? See, many of the constitutional provisions we cannot understand easily. For understanding that constitution, there is a need to interpret the meaning. Understood? See, we are thinking that this way if you are doing, oh, what's the problem? But sometimes that can be a cause of concern and you can be arrested. So you cannot question that why in this context you are arrested. For example, we have learned that when we are hearing the national anthem, we have to stand in attention posture. That is the rule. So you did not do, you were dancing. Somebody have find it and they have complained. And it is already recorded in that camera. And that was a proof and you are taken by police. So now you cannot question that it was far away only, so it was in the school premises, but you are not inside that area. So you just you could not hear properly. That all things will not be considered as excuse, because as a citizen of the country we are bounded to uh, perform our duty. The duty is to respect the national anthem, national flag, etc. Clear or not? So that is why some of the constitutional provisions have to be explained by the constitution, court. Interpretation, the meaning have to be interpreted. Clear? Next one is that, or the court is acting like an umpire. What is the meaning of this umpire? Cricket umpire. So that umpire decides. So if umpire says that you are out, that person have to go. They cannot question. There is chances, that is this one or two chances are there to ask that review, that is third umpire. Full time they cannot ask every case, that if it is not wrong also. Sometimes that is Sachin Tendulkar, when he was playing, he used to do like that. Before the umpire's decision, if he feel that, he used to go from the ground, because his conscience will tell that you are out. He will go out. He will never ask that question to umpire, that is whether he declared out or not. So there are some. There are others who will question till the last moment. Wrong decision, like that. So umpire's decision is final. And those who are playing football, you are knowing that the referee's decision is also final. So the same way the court act as an umpire in settling the disputes. Clear? Next one, the sources of revenue for each level of government are specified to ensure the financial autonomy. I have told you, we pay the income tax to the central government. We pay the which tax to the state government? Electricity, one example I told. Otherwise, there is a tax called a professional tax. Those who are working, there is a tax for doing that job. That one is going to the state government. Okay, so such kind of taxes, that is which tax will go to which set of government, that is already decided. Got it? Now, any doubt is underline that points, all these points. Next point is that a federal system thus has dual objectives. What are the dual objectives? One, to safeguard and promote the unity of the country. Second, accommodate regional diversity. Which are the dual objectives? One is safeguard and promote the unity of the country. Second, what is the second thing? Accommodate so if it is asked which are the dual objectives of the federal structure, what is that? Protect our unity the united country, that want to be protected. Secondly, accommodate the regional diversity. Yesterday we have learned about accommodation. In differences, we have to accept that and live together. That is what we call the accommodation. Understood? If this you all are having different interests, your likes are also different. But when you are in the class, you have to adjust. You cannot think that you are different, your likes are different, your interests are different. So that way, if you are sitting together, it is very difficult to go further. Sometimes you need the help of others. So that time, if you are thinking, oh, I am completely different, I am not going to mingle with others. So you will stay like that only. So there is a need of accommodating the differences. Here, accommodating the regional diversities. See, we know that in this lesson, that is also there, that linguistic states. Languages are a big problem. So, if the North India began to feel that if South Indian people are having a different language, it is very difficult. Oh, okay, oh, जो हमसे दूर रहो. Can it be possible? That diversity is the beauty of our country. We have studied yesterday three languages only in Belgium, and it's a small country, and how much difficulties they felt. Whereas in India, around uh, more than 21 scheduled languages are there. That is 22 scheduled languages. But languages and dialects, if you are taking more than 1,500 are there. Understood? In this difficulty or differences, we are living together. That is the beauty. Three languages, it was very difficult for Belgium. Two languages, it was very difficult for Sri Lanka. But such a vast country, seventh largest country in the world, how we are accommodating with more than 1,500 languages? So that is why accommodating regional diversities. Got it? So, which are the features of or key features of federalism? Understood? Huh? Got it? Any point you are having doubt? No? You just write or mark or something. Last moment it will be very difficult. This page I told you 25, page number 25 or like that. Mark it and learn it. Now, how these federations are formed? Your book also there is no marking. Finally, I will tell madam to check it. Your books. Eh? There are two types of federations. See how federations are formed. There are two types of federations. One, coming together federation. Okay, coming together federation. What is coming together? See, various units come together to form the federation. For example, USA. USA is having 50 states. So all these states have independent powers. Their governors are powerful than the president of America. That much powerful states. But they are known as United States. Means the states voluntarily come forward to form the federation. Understood? The various units come forward voluntarily to form into one federation or country. That is called coming together. Understood or not? Huh? Coming together. Can you tell? Ah. The various constituent units come together voluntarily to form the union. It is not countries. Independent units are the states. America is consisting of 50 states. Okay. ये 50 states अपने आप आके हम USA का पार्ट है. They are coming forward and form the union. Understood? They could stand separately. If you are talking about Missouri, the any of the states of America, it is powerful than the country India because their governors are more powerful. They are having independent power to take a decision, but they come forward to work together as a country. Such federation is called a coming together federation. Got it? Is it clear? Coming together federation is a federation which come together. The units come together to form into one unit. You want you are having that definition, no? First rule. It involves independent states coming together on their own to form bigger unit. So that pooling sovereignty and retaining identity, they can increase the security. Have you got it?
Yes.
If you are having the doubt, you ask. See, when you are not having that much capacity, that means learning some problem is there, you cannot recollect properly, and you don't know how to write and all. So, what you are deciding, okay, I know these all things, but I don't know how to write. Okay. So what you are doing, you are making a combined study. So the one person who is knowing that better, that person is telling that this is the way you have to present. So this way you are pulling your knowledge together and then making it better. Huh? As far as power is concerned, pooling their sovereignty and making a single unit. See, when I told this thing only, I remember I was having a student. That student is good in social science, but very weak in maths and other subjects. So what he used to do, he used to tell that weak students, make them. He was very much political conscious and used to discuss so much politics. Huh? So in one corner, he used to call some of the weak students, and he explained nicely about that topics. So what is the use for that weak students? They can understand well when it is explained in their own way. So every time I used to see, that is when I am entering, I used to see few students around that boy. I used to wonder what it is. So I used to go there and sit there only on their bench, and I used to listen. I never discouraged him If any wrong thing is there, I used to tell that this is the correct way. So that students are also getting the help. And this boy finally tell that, madam, you gave me lot of opportunity. Now I am so and so. So like that. So I don't discourage that boy because he want to talk so much, and others appreciate. So the same way, when you are pulling your knowledge together, it will be helpful. So coming together federation is like that. Their sovereignty is pulled together to strengthen the unity of the country. Such federation is called a coming together. Can you give the examples of coming together? USA, Switzerland, you have to learn. Eh? Australia. Okay, these are the examples of Australia. Is a continent, it is a country also. It is having 7 capitals also. Yes, it's a continent, no, such a vast country. So it's having 7 capitals because different regions are having their own capital. So they need to pull together in order to come out into a powerful nation. Did you understand? Coming together? Got it? Now the second root is holding together. What is the meaning of holding together? Holding the hand. Huh? So what is the need to hold the hand? Because see, when you were very small children, your father used to hold your hands while crossing the road or moving. Why? The hand is held.
So that we don't fall on our currency.
So you will not move away from. Okay. Yes. So many things are there. So the father's hand is very strong to hold it together. The same way, the units, the states are held together, not to move away from the union. Such kind of federation is called a holding together. India is telling that, oh, don't move away from. That is every time some of the states are threatening. Assam is threatening. Punjab earlier was threatening. So some of the South Indian part, Telangana and all, so threatening. So we will move away. So what the central government will do? It will try to be that is accommodate that all the problems of these states and make them herald together. Such condition or such federation is called a holding together. You just stand up for some time. No work is there, that is why. I have told you, you just write down. So, which are the examples of holding together? First example is India. Belgium, yesterday we have studied. Then Spain. You have to by heart it. What definition for coming together? Examples. Definition of this holding together and examples. After some time, I will ask a quiz type of this thing. Till that time, we have to see unitary and federal system differences we studied. Can you tell what is unitary government? Unitary. Unit. Tell no, no problem. Nobody is going to laugh at you. You are only laughing by yourself. See, in a unitary system, only one set of government. The central government or union government is strong, powerful. Whereas in federal system, there is two or more sets of government. These points you have to understand. Okay, those who are having volume, page number 25 down, unitary and federal system. 2 minutes time I will give you. Learn it and tell. I guess simple only. First you understand the concept. You tell in your own words. Jurisdiction, that is administrative limit. You might have seen the board like that. What is that? You are in Vashi region. Huh? So Vashi police jurisdiction. This much only the administrative limit of the Vashi police. If any accident occur in railway station, so we normally know that that Vashi railway station is coming under Vashi region, but they will not take action. They will tell that it is in the railway jurisdiction. So, jurisdiction means the administrative limit. Okay. When 2 minutes over, you tell me. You will never tell. Over. Yes.
Unitary government, there are one or two subordinate government in this, and it can pass orders to the central government. So it can pass the orders, and the federal government is made up of one or two more governments. It can give orders. It cannot give orders to the state government. As state government has its own powers, so it is not answerable to the central government.
In a unitary state or unitary system, state government is subordinate to federal government. Okay, understood now? Example is given. Any country? Next page.
I'll just go to the points of unitary government.
Unitary government and state. See, when you are distinguishing the feature, so one feature and the same that against it what it is coming. Like that way you have to take.
In a unitary government is called level of government, or there is a subordinate government that is subordinate to the central government. But in a federal system, there are different levels of the government. in the federal system, the central government can pass orders to different local governments. Like the central government can control different parts. But in the federal system, the jurisdiction of the central and the state government is fixed. And in a federal system, the central government cannot judge the powers of the state government. The state government has the powers to do its own things, whereas in a unitary system, the entire concentration of power only lies in the subordinate levels of the central. If subordinate level of the government is answerable to the central.
Answerable to the
Central.
central government. Got it? Can you tell?
I'm sure it's practice. Unitary system example. I don't know.
Some of the
Federal, I know.
some of the duchies of Switzerland. Okay, Switzerland, even though it is democratic system, it is not having that federal structure. We have studied just now. What is that coming together federation? So in that case, the units are subordinate to units are subordinate to the center. Ah, you can give the example of Saudi Arabia.
But that's a monarchy.
It is monarch is there, but nowadays that parliament type of Ah.
It's not a democracy. No?
it is not a democracy, but
But
still that
federalism is a form of
like
democracy.
earlier type that the king is not all powerful.
So like the United Arab Emirates.
Ah, that
Like the
only.
Middle Eastern countries.
This is, and only thing is that hereditary kings are there, but parliament is also there. So
So the
the
parliament-
ministers are taking the
But the
decision.
parliament is not voted now. And it's elected by the king. So it can still be federal if it's not a democracy. Yes, no, it's basically the monarchical population is also there. So it's controlled,
If
vigorously controlled by
UAE and all, no, it is not having less population. Muslim countries are having vast population.
and
One
UAE has population because many people were settled there.
More than that, Islamic countries, the population
Another 60% Indian.
is there, but Islamic, this thing, according to Islamic rule, they can marry so many women and so many children. So population is there. So that, but it is another way, no, very dictatorially developed because of petroleum deposits. Now new deposits are also finding. They
Because of tourism.
tourism is there, petroleum is there. That because of the export of petroleum products, they are. Now they have changed the rules. That is why I told it is like that parliament type of administration is there. So they have changed the rule. That is, immigration laws have been changed. They are giving jobs. Majority of the jobs are reserved only for local people. Earlier, large number of that migrants used to be there. Now they have made a law.
People as in people from the country,
Ah,
or people who are already living.
no. Local people means their own citizen.
That's why those countries they don't give
So what if the migrated person is citizenship?
or they don't give citizenship.
They don't give. That is, their law is permitting to have that is this thing rights to live only for this many years.
No, ma'am.
So,
As long
the
as you have a
90
job there, you can live there.
No, 99 years like that only. So nobody is going to live that 99 years and all. So like that, they made some laws like that to prevent them from settling. They can purchase the land. They can purchase the house. They can do everything. But there is a law that if you are from other country, this much percentage of your salary to be spent in that country only. You cannot send all the salaries to your respective country. In that condition, they are permitting them. Understood? See, for example, if I am working there, I am having a salary of uh, 200 dirham or like that. So I am told to spend 50% of my salary in that country. So it is automatically coming to that country only, no? So this kind of rules are made so that their money will not go to other country. Earlier, large number of Indians went there and they made a lot of wealth through that. But now they realize that their own local people should get employment. They are educated now. Earlier, education was not given. Now, the condition of women also changed. Even in the football, that match time, they are also playing, also girls also playing, and girls can watch. Earlier, no, they were not allowed to watch also that football game. Now, recently the World Cup also held in that Gulf country, no? So last, so that way changes are made. They realize that the restrictions making on the people will not help the growth of the country. So changes are made. Okay, let's come back. I'm not continuing with that question. We have to go further. Understood the difference between unitary and federal? Ah. Now, we have already studied about key features of federalism. In that, one feature is that a separate jurisdiction that need little explanation. Separate jurisdiction. Already jurisdiction meaning I have told. What is jurisdiction? Administrative limit. So how this jurisdiction is made? The powers are divided into three categories: union list, state list, concurrent list. So how this one? This you have to learn. What is that? Is separate jurisdiction. The powers are divided into three lists. One is union list, second state list, and a third concurrent list. What is union list? Do you have any idea? Sergi? What is union list? Huh? Say when the powers are made, they made in such a way that the matters of national importance are included in the authority of the central government. What is that? Matters of national importance. Can you tell one example of national importance? You tell. National, well, you think and tell, no? Matters of national importance. Huh? 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 So many times I told matters of national importance. Question क्या है? Question क्या है? Can you tell one example of matters of national importance? Nation का related important matter. One example you can tell us. Ah. No? Money. Money means what way money? Currency you get there. Currency is a matter of national importance. Okay. Voting is that state also voting is there. Currency is there. Then defense, good. This is why I don't think about it. Defense means country's defense. Country have to be protected. Can you imagine a state government taking the decision regarding that defense of the country? Can you imagine that the currency? Okay, महाराष्ट्र के लिए अपना करेंसी होना चाहिए, गुजरात के लिए अपना करेंसी होना चाहिए, चलता है क्या? No. So this is what the matters of national importance. Such decisions are taken by or included in the union list.
So, ma'am, can the state government take care of like its own security, its own defense? Like, for example, if there's a vulnerable state.
See, state का defense के लिए police force है. Understood?
So, like the state government can control its own police force.
That is, police is under state government, but military is under the central. So defense related to the problems within the state can be taken. Understood? But national importance, the defense of the country. So the matters of national importance were included in the union list. Foreign policy. Can a state take the decision related to what type of relation we should have with the USA? No. That is taken by the central government. So that is why all those important matters are included in the union list. There are 97 items included in the union list. Got it? The matters of national importance are included in the union list. Example, what all are the defense, foreign policy, currency, banking, foreign affairs. All these things are decided by the central government. Yes, you get up and come. If you just go and watch your business.
Foreign policy, foreign disputes.
Okay. So how many items are there in the union list? 97. Now there are certain important aspects which the state must take. Understood? Within the state, only state have the right to take a decision. But inside the state, Maharashtra is having some matters that other state cannot infringe into the authority of Maharashtra. So that way the matters related within the state. That is why the police. Then can you give some more example of agriculture?
Banking.
No. Banking is national importance. No. Irrigation. All these matters are
Under then funds also be controlled by Maharashtra government.
See, with the income tax is national importance. Understood? State, what you told fund. See, state के लिए कैसे fund generate करने का that much only we are allowed
Like,
to.
for example, if like let's say the Maharashtra government decides to give funds to farmers, does it take then the permission of the central government to use?
See, there is a policy by the central government. That is earlier time they used to give subsidies to the farmers. So these subsidies earlier governments were giving, but when that present government came to power, they stopped the subsidies. So subsidy giving is a very difficult thing because we know that the amount in which that electricity is produced. One example only, electricity production cost is very high. Okay, but we are paying that electricity bill at a nominal rate. So at the cost of that production, if we are supposed to pay, we cannot afford. So government already reduced that and then supplying it to the people. Further reduction for agricultural purpose make it very difficult for the government to handle. But earlier governments, what they used to do, they used to set apart a large section for the development. Because without the farmer support, food production can not take place. That is why from last 2 3 years, the farmers were protesting because they cannot meet the cost of agricultural expenses. Now, your question I am coming. State government, according to their capacity, little only they can do. Because for the whole administration purpose, the income and the expenditure have to be matched. If they are spending too much on this farmers and subsidies and all, then the other developmental purpose they don't have. This policy must be taken by the central government, and according to their fund, they can do. Clear? So there are 66 items in the state list. Okay, what is the example of state list? Can you give 2 examples, Kaushik? State list, 2 examples. Can you? Agriculture, irrigation, etc. Now, there are certain areas in which both central government and state government can take a decision because there are some kind of problems that could arise out of the decisions. For example, I am telling you, sorry, education. Education, naturally, we feel that it is a matter of state importance. But some of the reforms, if the state government take, it can it can create some disputes. In that case, the central government's decision will be final. Understood? The state is having that administrative state education is the Maharashtra board is there. So they can take the decisions if any problem arise out of that decisions of the state government, then central government's decision will be final. The same way, marriage, adoption, all these points are coming in concurrent list. See, both the governments can take the decision, and if there is a dispute, central government's decision will be final. Such a list is called a concurrent list. Clear? There are 47 items in the concurrent list. Okay. Now, see, when the constitution was made, they tried to include all those items in these 3 categories. So, Union list 97, State list 66, and concurrent list 47. They tried to include. But still, at that time, our constitution makers were very far-sighted people. In future, some problems may arise. Some topics can come. So they thought that those items which are not included in any of the list, central government can take the decision, but that power is different. That is called a residuary powers. Got it clear? What is that? The items which were not included in any of the list are given to the central government. For example, at that time computers were not there, internet, this software, hardware, all those things were not there. So problem that is we know that in our, the most important area of development is this kind of telecommunication. Okay, so all these areas, central government has been given power to take a decision. Such power is known as residuary powers. Okay, you just read all that page 26. Separate jurisdiction at each level. Read loudly.
As in any federation, these different tiers enjoy separate jurisdiction. The Constitution clearly provided a threefold distribution of legislative power between union government and state government. Thus, it contains three lists. First, union list. It includes subjects of national importance such as defense of country, foreign affairs, banking, communication, and currency. They are included in the list because we need a uniform policy on this matter throughout the country. Union government alone can make laws relating to the subjects mentioned in the union list. Second, state list. It contains subjects of state and local importance such as police, trade, commerce, agriculture, and irrigation. The state government can make laws related to the subjects mentioned in the state list. Concurrent
See one trade. Here APMC market is there. What is the full form of APMC? Agriculture. No. Agriculture. Huh? आंध्र प्रदेश नो, महाराष्ट्र का है, न्यू बॉम्बे का है.
अपना पूर्वांचल मार्केट
Agriculture
अपना पूर्वांचल मार्केट
हाँ.
policy for population.
Okay, I'm giving you a small task only. Find out this APMC का
Promoted market competition. अब क्लू तो एटलीस्ट हम गेस कर लेंगे.
not guess करने का. You just search and find out.
एग्रीकल्चर प्रोड्यूस मार्केट
आप सोच देख के बोल रहे हो, उठा के फेंको आप ऐसे.
पागल मेरा खुद का
मैम
मार्केट वाला
promoted का produce
हाँ तो ये बोलना
Agricultural.
produce
मार्केट
हम promoted को produce डालना है जैसा
Then okay.
मार्केट क्या
Ma-
एग्रीकल्चर
Produce. Community. See here from different regions that the products are coming and then it is distributed. Understood? We know that there is a process. It is coming to the wholesalers. From different areas to wholesalers it is coming. The wholesaler will give it to that retailer and we are getting it. So if you are coming directly to APMC, you are getting a reduced rate these products because wholesalers say directly you can get it. Understood? When you are going to a shop and trying to get the things, you have to pay a higher price because they are getting it from others. So they will include their own expenses and the margin of that one. What is that? Profit. That all things will be added. Then only we will get it. So actual price, if it is 25 rupees, we are getting it for 50 rupees. That is the margin of profit that the retailer is getting. So now, why I told that example, that APMC is under that state list. The state government is deciding the trade policy within the state. Got it clear? So, union list, state list. Now, concurrent list. You.
It can include subjects of common interest to both
Hmm.
it includes subjects of common interest to both the union government uh, as well as the state government, such as education, forest, the trade unions, marriage, adoption, and succession.
Hmm.
Both the union as well as the state government can make laws on the subject mentioned in the list.
Ah. So, what is concurrent list? These are the matters related to both central government and the state government, and both can take the decision. And if there is a dispute, whose decision will be final? Central government. That is what a concurrent list. Yes, you. Residual.
List. It
Ah.
includes subjects that do not fall in any of the three lists, or subjects that came up after the constitution was made. The union government has power to legislate on these subjects. Example, computer software, etc.
So, understood what was that? When the constitution was made, they tried to include almost all those items which were present at that time. So, they tried to include those items which may arise. Information technology, like that items which may arise in future, and that were kept separately, and the power to take decision is with the central government. So that special powers are called residuary powers. Clear? Now, the constitution distribute that revenue also. See, one of you asked the question, state government's fund. So through the revenue only, state government can do its work. But maximum amount they will not get from the state revenue, because only certain areas they can tax the people. So a part of the income have to be distributed to the state governments by the central government. So clear distribution of revenue is also made in the constitution. Clear? Next, role of judiciary already we have discussed. Critical approach. The state do not enjoy equal power. What is that? You read it.
Role of the judiciary. Judiciary plays an important role in overseeing the implementation of constitutional provisions and procedures. In case of any dispute about the division of powers, the High Court and the Supreme Court make a decision.
Yeah, I told about the next point. Yeah, you read it. Critical approach.
Role of judiciary.
Critical approach. Most of the federations that are formed by holding together do not give equal power to its constituent units. Thus, not all states in the Indian Union have identical powers. Some states enjoy special.
Some states enjoy special status. All the states are not having equal powers. For example, Jammu and Kashmir for a long time enjoyed special powers. According to Article 370, they enjoy special power. You imagine if terrorist attack is there in that part, immediately that government have the power to take a retaliatory policies. But now present change did not allow that. They are not having the government also. So they have to get the permission from the central government, and central government will send forces. So it will take a long time. Article 370 told that your government is having the power to take decision, immediate decision is required, isn't it? So they earlier they don't have to wait for the central forces to come. Now the central forces only could do. They are not having their government. So this way, some of the states, that is especially northeastern states, Arunachal Pradesh, always China is interfering in the matters of Arunachal Pradesh. Entering that is up to a certain part of Arunachal Pradesh, China is claiming. So these all states were given special powers. So all the states are not enjoying equal powers. Some states are having special powers according to the constitution. See, constitution makers have foreseen the things. Imagine 1947, they have prepared the constitution, and so that in future this type of problems may arise. Now we are not able to see what may happen tomorrow, but those people have already seen that such type of problems may arise, so they have made these all conditions in the constitution. Clear? You next part. Union, state of Jammu and Kashmir.
The state of Jammu and Kashmir has its own constitution.
Hmm.
Many provisions of the Indian constitution are not applicable to the state, but to the approval of state assembly. Indians who are not permanent residents of the state cannot buy land or house here. Similar special provision exist for some other states of India as well.
See, in Maharashtra, we can purchase, that is, people belong to other state can purchase land or property or whatever it is. But in Jammu and Kashmir, the people belong to other states are not allowed to purchase land or property. Why it was made? Can you tell any reason?
For the population.
No. Actually, we know that if everyone is given that freedom to purchase, then there is all the possibility that outsiders, that is even from other countries also, those who are settlers of that region, able to purchase the land. So in order to prevent such condition, rest all the parts, we are free to purchase land or property or whatever we need, we are allowed to settle. But Jammu and Kashmir, it is not given. That is why I told you the far-sightedness of the constitution makers. Any person, now you know that large number of Bangladeshi migrants are coming and settling in any part.
Who lets them inside?
Eh?
Who lets them inside?
See, there is wire fences, but still the intrusion is there in large number. There is not much differences between that West Bengal people and this Bangladesh. So because of that, there is an easy access, and they don't have any proof also.
Already from there.
Ah, yes, yes. And
Send their earned money to
and from one family, so many are there, and they don't have any proof also, and this causes lot of problem. stealing, robbery, killing, and all. So many things are happening.
So what happens? The person who controlled that control was from Bangladesh to
Huh?
maybe
I don't think so that way.
he ran away.
Uh, that I don't know. Say what was the point? The state of Jammu and Kashmir have some special powers that according to that Article 370 they enjoy this special powers. Now it is removed, so how much is removed exactly I don't know. Then next you read no? Just you need it to this fast.
There are some units of the Indian Union which enjoy very little power. There are areas which are too small to become an independent state but which will not be merged with any of the existing states. These territories do not have the power of a state. The central government has special power in running these areas. Chandigarh, Lakshadweep and the Pondicherry are examples of union territories.
See, some are very small in size, cannot be called as a state or cannot be formed into a state.
Why can't they be merged?
Huh? See, you imagine Lakshadweep is near to Kerala. That is an island state. Island region. You didn't know. I'll tell you. Wait. Next is that Andaman Nicobar. So that is also away in no, Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu. Lakshadweep is near Kerala. Tamil Nadu. So it is that Indian Ocean part. Indian Ocean and Bay of Bengal. Bay of Bengal. That's
So
that is
Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal.
no. Indian Ocean is down. The Indira Point is the southern part of that India, southern tip, which was below. Indira Point got submerged. So that part is that Andaman Nicobar. Okay. This region is away from Tamil Nadu. So how can we be combined together?
No, I'm not talking about Andaman Nicobar, Chandigarh.
Chandigarh is the capital of both
Haryana
Punjab. So it is made as a separate unit.
and Delhi.
Delhi is Union Capital Territory. So it is having a government of its own.
And Pondicherry.
Pondicherry is also having a government. But the other regions are ruled by lieutenant governors through the central government because they are too small to be ruled or formed as a state.
वो घंटी बजा घंटी कौन बजाता है सर एक टाइम